Welcome students to your Google Earth field trip. Go over here first of all to the sidebar and click on Utah Recreation. That's what we'll be learning about. And you're going to look at this picture. Here is Park City. So are you ready for your field trip to Park City, Utah? And today you'll be exploring lots of exciting places as you learn about how humans affect the physical geography through recreation. So in this learning activity, you'll be traveling to the Park City Museum, Main Street, Olympic Park, the box office. These 4 places will be so much fun to learn about today, so let's get started. So you can go ahead and just exit out of this box up here, and we're going to go to our first place. So over here on the sidebar, there's a little tab, and you can double click on this link for Park City Museum. Okay, so right now it is taking you over to the location of the Park City Museum. And first you see this great picture here, so you can look at this. And first you're going to use the layer, which is the borders and labels layer. So you're going to go over to this sidebar down here and click this box for borders and labels. And then you can double click or click on this little triangle and just make sure that this one is selected, the labels with the red dot. And for this moment, exit out of this box. And now what we're going to have to do is zoom in a little bit because it's hard to see a tiny little red dot on the map. And also get out of this. And now that you've clicked out of that box, we can see this little red dot right here, and you can click on that. And you can read all about Park City, and this is just a quick summary about this city. Now after this, you can exit out and pull the Park City Museum information back up again. And also close out of this because this just pops up. Alright, now that you've done the borders and labels layer, we're going to learn about a kind of recreation called that's sightseeing. And a lot of people go to Park City and they learn about the history of the city, and mining has to do with this, with their background or the history of the city. So you're going to learn a lot about mining. So you can go down here and you can read this information on your own, but we're going to go to a website, so you can select this link. And this website will teach you about the mining history in Park City. Alright, you can scroll down here, and in the directions we talk about a couple different pictures. And here's the title of the picture. So the early prospectors is the first picture that we'll have you look at. And you'll read this paragraph down here and answer a couple questions. And then you'll use these arrows to go on to the next questions to read about some information. So when you're done, you'll go back here and once again pull this back up. And make sure to look at each of these pictures. So we have 4 pictures that you'll be looking at, or 5 pictures and a couple of questions. And then you'll have a culminating question at the bottom. And that is the end of the very first landmark or place.